In this video, I'm going to be trying out the Aurora nails. So this is the first time I'll be attempting it, and this is definitely something that's going to test your patience, but it's worth it in the end. And I'll be using these foils, which is a pack of 40 that I got from Amazon for about $6.99. So I'm going to show you the colors that come in a pack. Just a side note, the other pack contains the same colors as this one. But whilst I'm showing these foils, let me explain what I have envisioned for this video. So I'm going to try the Aurora nails 3 different ways. And as I get to each nail, I'll describe what it is that I'm doing and what I have envisioned. And is that the flipping police? Well, my voiceover was going really well there, and that just really threw me off. Anyways, see, now I'm just off balance. Not that they came to my house or anything, if that's what you're thinking. I'm recording like right next to my door, so that's why I could hear that. But these are the more transparent foils, and this is what I opted for. This one had some green hues, some yellowy hues. It was just perfect. So these 4 videos here are where I got my ideas from. They absolutely killed it. They had really good results. So I was like, let me do what they did so I don't end up disappointed in the end. So the first way I'm going to try these Aurora nails is using Mermaid Powder. So I had 2 different colors. The first one is a green and the second one is a purple. Although this one, the second one looks green, but it's not, it's purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pause. This is where what I was doing made no sense at all. In my head, I was getting ready to apply the Mermaid Powder, which obviously you need like a tacky residue. And I was only going to do the two first ones. But I ended up applying it to all of it. I just don't know what the hell was going on here, but that's my first mistake. Don't do this part, you don't have to do it. Oh yeah, if you are new here and you're not subscribed, I don't know what to tell you, but to subscribe. So I eventually realized my mistake. Then I grabbed my transfer gel, which has a sticky layer, and applied it to the 2 tips that I'm going to be putting the powder on. So the first powder I'll be using is the green tinted powder. So I'm just going to buff it in with my finger. I have the brushes for these, but I hear it's better to use your finger anyway because it really gets in there and you can work it in better. So here is where I realized this is another mistake. Either I wasn't buffing the powder in enough, or if maybe I had the wrong type of powder, because they actually have Aurora powder, which kind of leaves the nail still transparent. As you can see, it's still pretty cloudy, but I just kept going anyway because I wanted to see how it would look anyway. And this is me going in with the purple Mermaid Powder. Still incorrect, but still going with it. So after applying this first coat, I was like, this is what it's supposed to look like. And then it kind of changed really fast and started going cloudy. So I think maybe I just do have the right powder, but I was just putting a bit too much on. But like I said, I'm just going to carry on. So now that I've applied the 2 powders, I'm going to apply some top coat. So one key thing I took from these type of nails is the more coats you have of the gel and the top coat and stuff, the better, because apparently it gives it dimension so that the Aurora can shine so much better. But what I was trying to avoid is that bubble nail look. I didn't want that because I'm eventually going to do this again, but on my hands. So I was like, I'm going to try this, but without just putting on too much product. So what you saw there was just some pink jelly polish, because this is the second way I'll be trying out these Aurora nails. So all I'm doing here is just applying the polish to the tip. Okay, so just a quick recap. So the 3 ways I'll be doing this is, number 1 is the Mermaid Powders, number 2, the pink jelly tip, and the third one I didn't say, but it's just going to be clear. So once I was done prepping the nail tips, I began cutting small strips of the hollow paper. And let me just give you a key tip for this part. It's like a must. You have to use good sharp scissors, because I use crappy blunt scissors and I wasn't able to get them super straight. So right here, what I'm doing is just taking a size that was similar to the size of my nail tip and just kind of measuring it. So the top of the tip was still kind of tacky, So this worked perfectly for measuring and having to like make final adjustments in cutting it to size. So I realized here that the foil was just a bit too big for the nail. I figured it'd cause problems when it came to capping it. So I cut it down and let's just say that is really crooked. But this is the size that I liked, but it's just really crooked. So here I'm just slightly rounding the edges so it fits on the nail tip properly. So once I was done sizing it and stuff, I figured, okay, I'm happy with this. And then now it was time to cap it. I used Builder Gel and it's the brand Coselia, who knows? But I used that. And in the videos I watched, to adhere the foil, they just put the Builder Gel mostly in the center. So that's what I'm doing here. So once I place my paper down, I go in with my finger just to kind of push the Builder Gel off to the sides a little bit, because you can see like a harsh line if you just like put it right on. So just smooth it out with your fingers, I find helps not create that Builder Gel line. But for this one, you can see the lines on the very perimeter of the foil. But it's okay because I tried to perfect it in the second one, and it is a little bit hard trying to like smooth it all out because it eventually starts sinking back into the middle, so you just have to work fast and be able to cure it in time so it doesn't seep back into the middle. So here I'm just encapsulating the design using the Builder Gel. I won't explain how to do it though. I do have a video on it if you're really wanting to know how. But I will say, when I was doing this, I was working really fast because I was in a hurry. So I overworked the gel and there is a ton of bubbles. But for a design like this, you don't want bubbles because it's really evident. So just work slow to avoid overworking the gel. So this is how the first one turned out. Yes, I know, very scary. It is just not okay. The problem here was the paper. It is just a bit too big, and just obviously the color underneath it, which was the Mermaid Powder. But this nail is where I do a little bit better. So the improvement I made here, as far as applying the Builder Gel to the center, was to just like kind of paint it on instead of build it on. Because if you go back and look at how I did the first one, I just kind of put a heap of the gel in the middle, which is why I think I had the issues of the harsh line of the Builder Gel showing through the paper. So here I'm placing the paper slash foil onto the nail. So already I was liking this one because you couldn't really detect where the paper started or ended. So I was like, okay, the jelly background or the jelly polish really helps this situation. But then I started to actually like smooth it onto the nail and you can see the crinkles. But it's okay because I've heard crinkles, some people do like the crinkles because apparently it gives it like more shine, if anything. I personally want it like flat, no crinkles. But I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. Crinkles or no crinkles. But right here, all I'm doing is just capping the nail again using the Builder Gel. So this is what this one looks like when fully cured. The only thing I'd change about this one is probably cut the foil a little bit thinner so that there's less crinkling, but overall I really did like that one. So lastly, this is the third nail and I'm just leaving this one clear because I want to see how everything looks completely clear. I also saved this one for last because it is the clear nail and I wanted the least imperfections. So I figured the two I did before was like my warm-up nails, so I'd eventually like have it down by the third. So yeah, we'll see how that looks in a couple of minutes. Well, no, not in a couple of minutes, in like a couple of seconds. This is a closer look at it before I've capped it, and I just really know that I like this one. You can't really see how crooked the paper is, but I'm sure like once I cap it, you'll be able to see it. But I really do like this one. It's giving me like glass nail, but I don't know what's my favorite so far, this one or the pink one. So this is this one, fully cured. The only thing I change about this one is obviously work slower so I don't have all those air bubbles. But these are all 5 of the nails cured and displayed on my nail stand. I personally think I did a good job for my first attempt. I think I'm going to do this again with all the information I know now and perfect it even more. But I think I did what I was supposed to do, and this is it in like a blue lighting. It looks even better in that lighting. But if you like this, like, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching.